I'm going to continue on here about more eyewitnesses in the murder of RFK in 1968. William Singer sees a man right after the murder trying to get away from the pantry, which is very, very odd and suspicious. The man has a rolled up poster a yard long with roughly a 6-inch diameter with something black inside of it pushing his way through the crowd. This is possibly Michael Wayne with a gun or somebody using this alias. Joseph Klein and Patty Nelson see a man run out of the pantry with a shotgun sticking out of a blue gun case. Klein tries to chase the man. You have to realize at this point people are chasing assassins all over the hotel outside of the pantry. Many people may have been using the Michael Wayne alias that night to throw off authorities. More on him in subsequent videos. We don't know for sure if that's his real name. He was arrested by a security. An independent photographer named Fontanini filmed it. He was seen earlier that night by the lobby fountain. This is Michael Wayne. By people with 3 men and the polka dot dress girl. He was seen by a man named Clayton, another fairly key eyewitness who was a Rafferty worker. Keep in mind that night, Rafferty was a Senate candidate on the Republican side. There were multiple political parties there that night in the Ambassador Hotel, not just RFK's. Makes the case a lot more complicated. A polka dot dress girl, or the polka dot dress girl, or a Mexican man may have been seen in the parking lot trying to escape by many people. It's plausible. An older couple, in my view, or many older couples, may have seen them. Keep that in mind. There was a lot going on there too. More odd things on the ground. Remember, the APB on polka dot dress girl lasted for close to a month. When the cops interviewed Caesar right after the shooting, he had manager Spangler's home number but no office number, which is very odd for a supposed professional job. He barely protected RFK. Ace Security may have been infiltrated by the CIA or people that were involved in this case. The cops interview Michael Wayne. He talks odd and nervous. According to my research going back to the 90s, Sirhan and Polka Dot Dress Girl were both looked to be on by being on possibly dope to some people. Some witnesses thought that when they saw them. George Plimpton's wife Freddie was there. You may have heard of him, a famous figure. According to Lisa P., she worked for a CIA front called the Paris Review. Freddie backs the lone nut theory. George Plimpton was a CIA asset. I think they were manipulated to be there. I don't believe they were actually in on the plot, but there was a lot of red herrings. Why they were there exactly, I don't know. But a lot of this does not add up. The photos of the autopsy end up in James Angleton's safe. Well, who was James Angleton? I've talked about him further back. He was involved in CIA coups and murders all over the globe and their mind control programs. Angleton was a key CIA man. Remember, at this time, the CIA was whacking leftist or socialist leaders all over the globe that wanted to have control over their own national economies, that were not going along with corporate America or the CIA's line. Look it up, do the research, it's all true. They were whacking these people all over the world. He was involved in all this. There were CIA connections of Manny Pena and Hank Hernandez. They were both in the CIA. They essentially ran the lie detector tests in this investigation. Pena had worked for AID, which is a CIA front in my opinion. That's one of the reasons President Trump, in my view, got rid of it. Do the research on that, it's highly interesting. Pena had worked in the JFK murder inquiry. Major conflict of interest. He backed the lone nut theory in that case. Total mess. Manny Pena's brother admits he was in the CIA. Keep in mind, when you join the CIA or these type of government agencies, you sign a secrecy NDA when you join, meaning you disclose nothing during your life about what you do with them. You essentially are paid to lie about everything. Keep that in mind. They are largely professional liars. They're taught how to do this by them. These people controlled the lie detector tests of witnesses like Sandy Serrano. Pena had advised fascist states and other countries, and he later got jobs that were connected to the military-industrial complex. These are key points according to the research. Now I'm going to talk about 6 high school girls that saw the mysterious polka dot dress girl all over the hotel that night. Their names were Karen Pazelik, Lisa Miller, Terry Trivelli, Jeanette Prudhomme, Irene Gizzi, and Katie Keir, with the last 3 being the most important when you look at corroboration of evidence and IDing of suspects. Kathy Lentine saw possibly Sirhan with the guy with the gold sweater earlier that night. Serrano had seen them with polka dot dress girl. Keir saw polka dot dress girl run down the stairs saying, "We shot Kennedy." Keir corroborates Sandy Serrano. This evidence now is interconnected and is corroborating each other. Pay attention to that. I'm going to give you some more information on Mr. Hank Hernandez. According to Lisa Pease and really all the researchers, including me, he later founded Intercon. He was in the CIA. They contract with NASA. NASA contracts with the CIA and the Department of Defense. Intercon later contracted with Defense, Homeland Security, and the Justice Department. They are all military-industrial complex. These guys wanted to get ahead. They got ahead in this. They got ahead in the CIA. So that's why they were involved in the cover-up, in my opinion. Ted Carrick's documentary, The Second Gun, which I'm going to talk about more in a separate video at the end of the series, he actually interviews Donald Schulman in that documentary. He saw Sirhan draw his gun. Later, Carrick accused Caesar in the documentary. Caesar never sued because he would have been exposed along with the CIA on the civil side in discovery or possibly on the criminal side. Caesar was a radical right-winger. He was a Wallace supporter. He hated the Kennedys. Even Bobby Kennedy Jr. has talked extensively about this. He sold his gun after the murder. It's in all my sources. It's in all the research. Look it up. He lied. He sold the gun after the murder. Schulman may have seen 3 guns fire in the pantry. His last interview was in 1975. He had blood on his jacket. He was a key eyewitness. Even the LA cops admitted he was in the room when all this happened. He was disregarded by them, but they admitted he was there, which makes Schulman a key eyewitness in this documentary and a key eyewitness in general in the case. Here ends this video. Thank you for your time. My next video next week is going to be on David Sanchez Morales and the CIA. He's an infamous figure. Thanks again. It's free to subscribe.